All right, this is from Tom Rohrbacher in Imperial, Missouri. Mr. Rohrbacher from Imperial?
Right here.
Okay, would you want me to read the question, or would you like to ask?
I'll read it, that's fine.
Okay.
I guess just going back, President Obama did not carry Missouri. He didn't. And one of the reasons was we knew we didn't want this health care plan in November.
That's right.
That's right. And you work for us, so how are you going to vote yes on this plan, on this bill? You work for us, and we knew in November that we didn't want it.
Yes. No, I want it. Well, let me talk to you a little bit about how lucky I am to represent Missouri. I'm going to answer this question. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Gosh, you don't even give me a chance to get warmed up. I passed my First Amendment. On the floor of the Senate. The vote was 51 to 49. And one of the other senators came up to me and was teasing me about it. And he said, you know, Claire, that is one close vote. And I said, Senator, in Missouri, that's called a landslide. We are from a state that is, I had MoveOn.org protesting me in Springfield on the same day the Tea Partiers were at my office in St. Louis. I've got a state that's pretty evenly divided, and the election, I think you would acknowledge, sir, was very, very close. It was less than 3,000. In fact, Missouri had the closest election in the country. Our state was closer than any other state in the nation. And when I campaigned for the Senate, and when I won in 2006, I talked about how bad Medicare D was, because all it did was give profits to pharmaceutical companies and didn't even have a means test on it, and how bad it was. And when I campaigned for the Senate, I talked about bringing those insurance companies to a place of accountability to consumers who were paying their bills. I talked about those things. And there is nothing that I would vote for in this bill that I wasn't honest and open about when I campaigned in 2006.
You did not vote for socialized healthcare.
And so what I want you to know is, and the other thing I want to tell you is, the reason I get in trouble on both sides is I have a very independent voting record. I think I'm one of the few, and I'm the only one that represents Missouri that doesn't do earmarking. I am one of a handful of senators that voted against the White House to not extend the Cash for Clunkers program. I'll tell you what I owe you. I owe you an independent judgment based on the policy. I owe you straightforward answers. I owe you accountability in terms of my time and my responsiveness. And I have a very independent record that I think bears that out. And that's exactly how I'll make the decision on this bill. I am not telling you that the final version of this bill that may come to the Senate is one that I will vote for, because I don't know what it will be. What I'm trying to do today is tell you what my goals and priorities are, the things I'm for and the things I'm against. But every vote I don't make on basis of party line. I make it on the basis of policy and what I think is many times a good compromise between those on the far right that are screaming and screeching and those on the far left that are screaming and screeching. And by the way, you both have the right to organize, and you both have the right to be here, and you both have the right to have your voices heard.